Welcome to our campervan conversion project. This isn't our usual kind of project, but with lockdown and getting stir crazy, we really want to look forward to some holidays out of the house this year. So we looked around and thought, let's do a camper conversion. Seems like a good idea. This van, it's a 85-280 Transit, medium wheelbase, medium high roof. I know they always say high roof, but it's only medium high. We wanted one that could fit in the basic facilities that we felt was important. Right, 85-280. No one tells you these things, it takes a lot of looking. 85 is the brake horsepower, and 280 is 2.8 tonne, which is what the basic spec of this van is. It's a trend, but it ain't that trendy, let me tell you. It's got everything you'd need and some things you don't, like voice control of your phone. But heated front screen, never had one of them before. Very pleased with that. In lockdown, we've not been able to wander about. So this van, as we've been looking for this particular type, has been well, you could say a taxi, but it's not really a taxi. It's been used for running disabled people to and from schools and things like that. So it had a wheelchair lift in the back. It's only got 5 seats in the back that are going to come out, so that's not going to cause us as much of a problem as one that had 17 seats. It's reasonably high mileage at 170,000, but these Transits are renowned for going on forever, and it has got a reasonable service history. Couldn't go looking at them, so scouring through eBay and Gumtree and Facebook and everywhere, it was a real pain. But eventually we settled on this one from a supplier near York, which isn't a million miles away from us. They claim to have a good reputation, but whenever you buy a vehicle from somewhere, it never quite comes off as much as you'd like. It's all right. I would have bought it. There are things about it I'm not happy, which will appear in the video or videos that we create. But majority, I think it runs well. The 85 brake horsepower was a concern at first, but they seem to be fairly beefy horses. They'd like to tromp along and do 60 in it quite easily. I'm sure you could do 70 if the national speed limit for vans wasn't 60. So, it's not bad at all. It's got cruise control, although I ain't done any cruising yet, but we'll see. So, what do we want out of this? Well, yeah, it's not the world's most luxurious van to start off with, but we do want to build a bit of luxury, but not going mad on the expense in the camper conversion. It's got to have a double bed that's big enough for 2 reasonable adults. In fact, unreasonable adults like me as well. So it'd be really nice for it to be at least 6 foot, at least 4 foot. So that's one thing. We're of an age where toilets are important. And I think if we haven't got a toilet, there'll be an issue. So I'd like to build in a toilet. Got to decide yet what kind and exactly where, but I think we're going to have enough room for that. Got to have some storage. You've got to have a table. Now, a lot of the van conversion things that you see always seem to be that they're going to live in it. Well, we want it nice enough to live in, but we're really only expecting to perhaps spend a week in it at a time at the very most. So initially, that's where our design will come from. Now, the intention with this project is to break it down into the chunks that people seem to do. Insulation, building cupboards, all that kind of thing, putting in the electrics, and to do them in small chunks with me explaining why I'm doing it the way I am. I'm going to have an eye on the cost because I don't want to spend a fortune, but I'm also going to have an eye on what actually is good for the long term. If we keep it for 2 or 3 years, I don't want to have to come back and revisit things. So it's not going to be one of those where you have a bucket, a sleeping bag and a camping stove. We want it nicer than that. So why did we pick this particular configuration of van? Mid-wheelbase, medium height. Would have liked to hire one, but I get nervous about, going into car parks and things, and there aren't that many about, to be honest. We've got the facilities that we require, and I couldn't see them fitting into a short wheelbase. I could see them fitting into a long wheelbase, and I wouldn't have discounted any, but a medium seemed to be the most flexible for getting around towns and big enough to put a bed in the size we want and to fit toilet facilities. So that was important to us. It would have been lovely for me to be able to stand up in the back. I can stand up, but my head does touch the ceiling. Yeah. However, the important one in my life, stand up, no problem. She can walk around, she'll be able to use the cooker, use the other facilities without a single problem. Happy wife, happy life. Right, I don't want to end up using a campervan as a caravan. What I mean by that is, it'd be dead easy to go, pay your money, pull up, have the hookup, maybe have a few more facilities because you've got a hookup, but it's costing you money and you've got a small space and you can't go travelling anywhere other than nearby to where the caravan sites are. I want us to be able to go everywhere so that we don't need to. So I've got as a priority that it's going to have enough power for us to live day to day for up to a week. So that's important. I don't want to spend a fortune. I am going to look for the best value that I can get out of this. So say on a budget, if it's going to cost a certain amount of money for a particular facility that I feel is very important, we'll pay it. But what I don't want to do, and you see this sometimes, where decadently I spec up things that, would be in a van that could live 5 people and they could go living in the Sahara for 2 months and cost a fortune. I'm not going to do that. I want to keep it to quite a nice budget, but I do want it to look good quality. So I'm going to look for good quality finishes. Now that might be good quality in how I sand, how I stain, how I paint, how I make the doors. That's the kind of thing. I'm not looking that I'm going to go and get good quality by paying for the very top-notch stuff straight off. I hope that makes sense. And in a van of this age and size, I think that does make sense for now. I'm not turning into a camper van construction company, so I'm doing it to suit us, but for us to be happy with. If you're interested in this budget off-grid camper build that we're doing, please do subscribe. I intend to try and put a chunk out probably every week or two, and each one will look at a specific thing that we're doing, such as electrics, such as cupboards and such like, and I'll explain why I'm doing it, not just showing how I'm doing it. Thanks for watching, and if you think we're mad, you're probably right. We probably paid a little bit more than you think for this van, but why not have a guess in the comments? Anyone who gets near, I'll give you a shout out in one of the future videos.